Chess Diagnostic.
Hello everybody and welcome to Chess Diagnostic. So today I'm just making a video. I'll be heading out tomorrow for Philadelphia to play the World Open. Now I'm just looking at the registration list and it's quite intimidating. There's 183 entries so far into the under 2200 section. A lot of these players are probably National Master Strength Plus already, so I'm not necessarily expecting to do too well in this field, but we'll see how I do, and it'll be interesting to see how far I can go in such a competitive field, especially for under 2200. Now, to win such a field, you're not just going to be able to play at expert strength or even weak National Master Strength. Normally, the person who wins will beat 7 to 8, 2000 to 2100, almost 2200 players, and they'll have a performance rating of 23 to 24, even 2500. There's a huge list of 2100 players, and a lot of them are in the 5 or 6 day, which means they'll be playing long games, giving them a greater chance to score well. Now, I'll be playing in the 3 day. This is kind of just a vacation slash enjoyable chess vacation for me and my wife. I'm probably going to take at least 2 buys, half-point buys, either on the 5th or the last round, because it is on July 4th, and I'll play in the morning, but I want to have the evening free to celebrate and have some fun. But of course, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to beat everybody that I can, and I'm going to be playing on the 3 day schedule. I think it's 5 or 6. No, it's 5. 30-minute games. Each player has 30 minutes with a 5-second delay or increment. So those 5 games are what I'm mostly worried about, because rapid is not my strength, but I have done well at times when I need to. I perform pretty well under pressure, so we'll see how this goes. All right, so you see a lot of 2100 players. Here is my USCF. I'm seeing if I can adjust this. Anyway, my name is Andrew Larson. It says up at the top here, if you want to look this up. But so I played the Huntsville Classic last, which I covered, and that put me up from 2002 to 2046. And there were 2 National Masters, but one of them didn't do too well, Bill Melvin here, and it looks like he's been relying on his rating floor. But the other one, Matthew Puckett, I didn't play him, but I outperformed him with 3.5, and I beat the same players that he played that he could only draw. For example, I beat Charles Meidinger in under 30 moves. So I performed well in that tournament, and I felt like I didn't play my best, actually. I made quite a few mistakes, and I let one game slip, the draw, even though I was 2 pawns up. Time pressure did me in, and I allowed a draw and a opposite colored bishop ending. So I'm going to see if I can just give everybody hell, and a lot of times that works. If I just give in or give my best and just put up strong resistance, I've been surprised how far that's gotten me with players at all levels, really. Alright, so what I've been doing, and the second part of this video, is how to look at games fast. Now this is, let me see if I can adjust this here. Now this is chessgames.com, and it's a free resource that you can use to look up tons of games. Now, a thing that I like to do to study chess that I haven't really talked about is kind of a relaxing way to do it. And I know even Magnus Carlsen has said he gets a lot of benefit from doing this. Jeremy Silman has talked about this. A lot of strong players have talked about going through as many games and just spending even a minute on one game. Now, what I like to do, and now this is, I've recently been studying My Best Games of Chess by Alexander Alekhine, and I got the book, and what I like to do is I like to look up the game and just go through it, and I'll pull up the book and read the commentary after I've looked at the game. I found pulling out a board and moving the pieces, that's good. If you want to go through a book really quickly and get the main points, you can just pull up a game collection, either through a database you own or a free one. Chess Games has a lot of game collections that users make. So, for example, well, I've already looked at these games. Let's say I'm on Tarrasch versus Alekhine. So I'll just press F to flip the board, and then I hit this plus here, and I do have it kind of on a slow setting, but you can see that it starts playing the moves, and I can grab the book and just kind of read the commentaries as it goes. And what I'm doing is just looking at the gist. So using my understanding, the players are developing. Of course, with c3, he was threatening d4. Alekhine moves a bishop back. And I'm just trying to figure out the game as it goes. I'm not really stopping and going through all my thought process, but doing this for hundreds or thousands of games definitely has an effect on your intuition and your overall strength. You'll kind of begin to feel where you need to put the pieces and the general plans. Chess Structures, a Grandmaster Guide, is also a book that, while the author said he doesn't really do what the forward writer talked about, but I think it was Axel Bachmann, who's a strong grandmaster, he talked about the fact that he went over 100,000 games, and he'd spend just a couple minutes on each game, and this was pretty much the method that he used, just, you know, playing or just flipping through games quickly. And then if you see an interesting game or an interesting question in the game, you're not sure exactly what they were doing or how they did it, then you can investigate further and spend a lot more time with that game. Now, I have created separate databases of games that I found interesting and that I've used for further analysis. So you can see that tactic there. If you want to pause and go back, I'm just looking at the game as I'm talking. So, of course, the bishop was pinned, and then he just took it after a check. All right, so you can keep this game going. Now, in a lot of these games, of course, it's Alexander Alekhine's best games, so he's winning most of the time. More tactics here. Winning that knight, breaking apart White's king side. Maybe we're going to look at c4 eventually. All right, so in this position, Alekhine is looking to bring his rook in. Yep. Now knight to g4. Bishop will come in. You have ideas like the bishop here, except the pawn could come in. All right, so at this point, the game's over, and we've just went through a game very quickly. Now, of course, at my level, this is a good thing to do, but maybe if you're a beginner, it's not the best. But I would still say you'll get some benefit from it. I know I went through a few books that I didn't understand at all, like Bobby Fischer's My 60 Memorable Games, and I had no clue what was going on in any of those games. It just was mind-boggling. But the fact that I went through it, I know it did help me. I would suggest Paul Morphy games is a good one because they're very tactical. All right, so you just kind of find this list and you go through it. I'm going to post a link to these books, the specific ones that I'm using. If you want to get any of these books, they're very good. But especially the Alekhine book is just very interesting. His commentary is kind of subtle, but it covers the main points of a game. But you're not going to get a bunch of explanation of plans like you do in the Chess Structures book. And I think future books by grandmasters will be more pedagogically inclined, where the author will specifically state how they reach that conclusion and where they're headed, and just the future of chess education, I think, will be amazing. All right, so I'm just covering something that I do, especially before tournaments. There's a lot of things that I kind of jumble together, solving tactics. I'm also solving as many puzzles as I can, basic puzzles, a few complicated ones, but simple tactics decide a lot of games, especially in time trouble, as well as endings. Now, definitely looking through 100 games very quickly, I know that when I go play a game, my brain will be kind of primed for very strong moves. And now I don't know about the science of it or if it really works, but it's been effective in my own life, so I'm just sharing it here. Alright, if you have any questions, if you like this video, I just encourage you to like it, leave a comment, and subscribe for future videos. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for future videos. See you in the future.